Hi, welcome to Joe is Gaming.
Hi, welcome back to Joe is Gaming. So, the last hour and a half, I was building a craft, and I figured y'all might want to watch it. But at the same time, I realized an hour and a half in that this was some really dull, boring content. So what I did while I was gone is build two hovercrafts. Well, one hovercraft and one landcraft. I turned the old escape pod into a rover and turned this one into a flying vehicle. I figured it was very boring stuff, so I didn't want to show it because it was literally long and me just arduous building it. If you want to see it, more than welcome to. Just let me know in the comment section. I'll upload it with a comment saying this is what you missed. Not really a big deal. I just figured save you time and me time doing so. But also, while I was away, I was going ahead and destroying the base a little bit because we are going to move a little bit further out of the way. There is a place where there is a lake that's frozen over. It's an ice lake. We can use that ice to make hydrogen, which is what we'll use to fuel our rocket ship when we go into space. In the meantime, we go ahead and start shutting things down here that don't need to be turned on. We did finish the laser turret. It works correctively. Therefore, we have some sort of defense. If we leave this place, it won't be completely defenseless in our absence. I've already got it loaded up, so let's go ahead and see if we can get going. The lake that I was speaking of is right in front of us and to the right a little bit. There's a mountain. You can't really see it right now because of all the trees, but it's just beyond that point. I figured it'd be a really good place to set up a platform and get a drill going so we can start digging into the ice and get the hydrogen generators going. Also, we'll need to get power supply up pretty quickly. I've got a little gravel reactor. It's kind of cheesy, but for the time being we'll use it to get it going. Therefore, we have some power there, because if you don't know about Space Engineers, it has an auto trash removal system inside this game that if it's no longer powered and you go outside of a certain range and you have that setting turned on, that you will lose that platform. So we're trying not to do that. We got a little bit of a pirate ship right there flying over, checking us out. Well, let's keep going. This is the first flight of this craft. I don't have a name for it yet. If y'all want to put a nickname for it, you're more than welcome to. Put it in the comment sections and I will do it. Let's just save the game real quick. I forgot. First flights are always risky because you don't know if you forgot something very important and you might crash and burn. So let's see if we can just sneak under this pirate ship without pissing it off. And there's the lake I was speaking of. Really good one to set up for. It's a very large lake, so plenty more than we'll ever need of hydrogen. 20 minutes of flight time. We do have battery set up on this and a solar panel up on top to supply power, but right now it's nighttime, so it's kind of useless. But during the day we can recharge and we can use it for flying and transport. Let's see if we can get down lower. We're still going pretty fast. It's not slowing down nearly as fast as I thought it was. Might need some more thrusters in the opposite direction. And that's what I'm speaking of is hydrogen thrusters, or excuse me, atmospheric thrusters. These are inside atmosphere thrusters and do not work in space. I wish they did, but they don't. 14 minutes of flight time. We're slowing down, but not completely. So we can turn our big thrusters to the side here so we can get it to come to a faster stop. It's not seeming to want to do so. Still not slowing down. It should be coming to a full stop. Something is wrong. Something is very wrong. This is what I'm saying. First flight, there's always a bug. You gotta figure out what you forgot. Oh, that was something that just fell off our ship. That's never a good sign. Let's see what we can see. Oh, I see what it was. I got my reverse thrusters, or they're small ones. So they're not going to be near as powerful, but they burned a hole in our ship because I'm an idiot. But you can see this is the outside view of the ship. It'll help me kind of see which thrusters should be firing right now, and I don't have a thruster firing, so that means that I definitely forgot side-to-side thrusting. So we're going to be sliding in a direction we don't want to go. We're falling at 30 meters a second. It's never a good sign. Let's go ahead and try to get closer to the ice lake. Being that we don't have side thrusters, I'm going to have to turn the ship into a direction that it can slow down. You're still flying 18 meters a second, slowing down a little bit. So I've got 2 upward and 2 forward thrusters, but not near enough to slow down and not near enough to go left or right. Ah, the troubles. Let's go ahead and lower ourselves down. Plenty of thrust to stop, but we're starting to slide. Looks like that pirate ship is not interested in us. It's gone way away. So no worries there. It has no interest in us, and that's a good thing. But it may have relayed our position to the other parts of its fleet, which is not good. Okay, we are drifting at 40 meters a second. That's not cool. This thing is out of control. We got it down to 10 meters a second. I think I want to set up shop right next to this mountain so that we can set a drill to dig into the side of the mountain, and we can dig a base in and use that to the actual mountainside to protect a lot of our soft squishy stuff that we're going to build on our base. And we can use an outside drill to drill all this ice up that we can refine into hydrogen. Alright, 4 meters a second, that's pretty good. Let's see if we can come in for a landing. Nice, soft, non-bad landing. We're coming in a little hot. Slow her down. 20s. Ooh. Alright, let's see if we can slow ourselves down a little bit. Oh, it's sketchy. Oh. Yeah, about that soft landing I was speaking of. That didn't happen. But it's in mostly one piece. It's missing some pieces, but we made it. So there's that. Let's do a walk around, make sure that there's not anything major. Let's go ahead and while we're in the back here, throw some side-to-side thrusters, if I can spell correctly. Get some atmospheric thrusters. There they are. And that will fix our issue with the drifting. We need metal grids. So I think I got some in here. I do. Alright, now we can actually fly correctly and not have to keep slowing down and going weird directions. A little bit of damage. I think that was from the thruster, not the landing. Probably going to lose another one before too long. Turn some light on so we can see better. Alright, that'll buff out. Battery still got 3 bars. It's 75% power. I think this will be a good place for our base, our new base. Let's get some steel metal beams, or blocks, I guess. These are not beams. I'll just set them down. Now, unfortunately, all of our build and repair systems and all that are at the old base and tore down and not going to help us weld things up. We will get them functioning quickly here, but in the meantime, I'm going to do this all by hand. But once we got it set up again, we will be going at full capacity. Let's go ahead and get some conveyors set up here so we can hook it up to a drill. Where is the big one? That one. Let's get that special piston that has variable sizes on it. This is a mod that you can get from the Steam Workshop. Don't know if we quite need the big one, but I think we can. No, go ahead and take it off. Yeah, let's try that one first. For being made in 2008, this game sure is pretty. At least it can be. And y'all haven't even seen the pretty stuff yet. If you played this game before, you know what I'm talking about. Once you get into space and you see the planets and the stars, it's pretty well done for what it is. The developers, Keen, that's what they're called, K-E-E-N, have done a fantastic job making this game, and I believe they're planning on making Space Engineers 2, which I will so play. Don't know if my PC can handle it, but I know back in the day my PC couldn't, but I have upgraded since then. Alright. Go ahead and put a survival kit down, that way if we die we can respawn. And steel plates. Should have plenty. We just start taking a power out of the base and yeah, 1200, excuse me. A little bit more here, a little bit more there, and we're out. Go ahead and recharge the batteries on our suit. As you see, we have a survival kit on this one. I wanted to design this hovercraft to, if we ever had to bug out, because we get overrun by pirates, that we have the ability to do so. And this is a fully functioning thing, just like the drop pod was, but a little better because you can fly. I did convert the old one, like I said, into a rover, which is what we'll use to bring the rest of the supplies over. I don't think that craft has many more flights in it before it's going to have to recharge. And like I said, we want to use it as a bug out, so we want to at least keep it at full charge at all times. And I don't have any conveyors set up to dock it with this base so it can share the power to get it recharged faster. Let's go ahead and put a cargo container on here so we can just go ahead and take all the supplies off here. Need some displays. Let's go ahead and drop everything I don't need right now into here. We'll need to get some power going on this. Otherwise, when we leave, it'll despawn and we'll lose everything that we just built. I don't have everything to make a normal reactor. Alright, drill is functional and ready to go. Let's go ahead and just place everything down. Go ahead and grab all this stuff. Got a gun and a magazine that I got from the starting craft. I didn't realize it was in there until I started cutting things off, and out it popped. So we'll keep that close in case we need to. Go ahead and finish that. It's offline because we have no power. And another trip. And another trip. And another trip. Got a lot of ingots so that we can build once we get the assembler and refinery set up here. Really? All for cobalt. And that will be trip number 1 complete. Let's get power going. Then we can go back to base and start collecting more stuff. The interior plates. Set that on top there. These wind turbines actually work better when they're elevated off the ground at a much higher level. But for my purposes right now, I just need some sort of power on this grid system here in order so that it doesn't despawn on me. And we don't have the necessary materials to make it, so we're going to add a gravel reactor, which is kind of a cheap mod. We will remove it once it's done. I just do not want to lose all this stuff that we've worked on. Nope, I grabbed the wrong kind of reactor. How ditzy of me. And I grabbed the wrong reactor again. There we go. That's the right one. Alright, we have power on the base. Let's go ahead and get everything out. Make sure I have nothing left in the cargo hold. Let's unpark and take off. The Land Rover is going to be a pain to get over because you can see this is all mountainous terrain. Somehow we have to go from there to here. I think I'm going to have to go down the side of that mountain there and come up on that flat land. I'm going to definitely need to put pistons on it in case we flip and roll over, because I have a feeling that's going to happen. Hopefully not too much, but it's a high possibility. Especially coming down that cliff face that's right there. Going 100 meters a second, 200 meters a second. This thing really does get up and go. Kind of reminds me of a sled. As you can see, the drifting has stopped, thank God. You can see the graphical glitch of the sunrise coming up, which is good because this thing needs to be evenly charged. We only have about 10 more minutes of flight time, so we've got to make this as quick as possible. Otherwise this sled is going to fall out of the sky. We'll come in for a landing. Hopefully this will be much better than the first landing. That was comical, at least. Sorry if I'm not talking, I'm really focused on getting the lander safely down. And we are not parked. We've got to get the landing gear somehow touching ground. There we go. We are down. I need to put another landing gear on the back side, that way it at least looks like it's supposed to be. Battery's fully charged on that, so we're good there. I've got a lot to take off. I've got to get the assembler off, the refineries off, all of these conveyor belts. We've got to get all these materials out of the assembler and the refinery somehow. First, let's start with the actual ingots. Let me go in here and set the thrusters so I can turn it off so it's not just burning power. While we're just sitting here. or do that and to make them into a group so that I can just turn them all off and on my HUD, so having to go in here and manually turn every single one of them. So let's just go here. I guess we'll just go with 4. Make them hidden so that they're not all on here. There we go. Now we can see the individual components on this ship. And as you can see, we have a battery, cockpit, gyroscope, landing gear, medium cargo, HO2 generator, solar panel, and survival kit. So everything we need to really start. We'll save that to S. Put the group down onto the panels. 4, put 4 on 4. Toggle block on and off. We'll put 5 on S on 5. Toggle block on and off. And see the thrusters just shut off. Nice. Yep. Pistons have stopped moving. Turbines have stopped moving. Sun is starting to come up now. Let's see. Let's go ahead and take this apart. When you're playing the game, you can, if you have a lot of grinding to do, it can be kind of tedious. You can just double click your mouse button and it will leave it on. Keep in mind it does drain more power if you the longer you leave it on, because all your tools, your drills, your grinders, your welders, all use power from your suit. So you got to keep your suit power in mind. Not so much a big deal here on the planet, but once you go into space, this is your suit is what keeps you alive. So you have to make sure it's fully charged as much as you can. These conveyor belts are so super handy, so you don't have to manually drag everything from one spot to the next, but they take a lot of resources to build. And down we go. It should have seemed like it took us a lot faster to tear down this base than it did to put it together. It's kind of sad. I mean, it's convenient right now, but it's sad that it took so long. Yeah, I'm kind of giving up on the missile silo base. We can still kind of do something over there at the new one, but I really want to get off the planet, because that's where the fun really starts. We can start trying to pirate ships, because that's where I want our main resources income to be, is to pirate the pirates. And we can trade with the NPC factions that are up there. I want to maybe go to the moon or start an asteroid base. I'm not sure. What would y'all like to do? You know, it's up to y'all. Y'all are the ones watching this. Just let me know in the comment section what you'd like to see. Try not to fall in the hole here. You can kind of tell my ADD brain's all over the place. I'm sitting there grinding blocks down, and then I remembered, oh wait, I still have the refinery and stuff to take care of. Let's get those done first. few more things to go, and we will be somewhat done, I believe. Hope. I want to leave the laser turret up as long as possible, and that way, if we ever get attacked, we have some sort of defense. But our new base is completely defenseless, so we need to do this as quick as we can. I would have liked to put up a turret over there, but just wasn't feasible. Oh, great. Now that thing's full. See if we can place. Let's go ahead and take a trip. Wrong button. That's another thing. Turn on your thrusters before you unlock your brakes. Little pro tip there. Luckily, this sled's pretty tough, and it is made to take a beating, apparently. We didn't build it that way, it just turned out that way. And this is not the right way. There it is. As the sun starts to peek over the mountainside. And in this game, the developers actually made it to where that the sun actually does rotate around the planet. It's not vice versa, which is pretty cool. Not true in real life, but I guess it'd be an easier way of developing. And because our thrusters are so powerful, we're going to overshoot. Great. And give us a little more scenic view. There's the sun. Turn our big thrusters around so they can brake us faster than our puny little reverse thrusters. I want to add better thrusting and better abilities, but I like the way that this little pod is shaped, and I don't want to ruin it. So we'll come down somewhat easy, hopefully. $630 meters away. We're 20 meters a second. 30. Let's get a little closer. Let's go down a little bit more. There we go. Nice and easy. I don't have any downward thrusters whatsoever, so this thing just uses gravity to bring it down, which is not always a nice thing. Get it lined up. And let's come down. Nice and easy. Starting to stir up the dirt. And we are down. Put that in there. Let's go ahead and move everything over. hope you liked the content. Like I said, if you wanted to see me building these crafts, I'm more than you're more welcome to see it. Just let me know in the comment sections, and I will put those up. They may not have any commentary. These videos are all recorded or the commentary is recorded after I actually played them, so it makes it kind of hard to actually add the audio on something that boring too, because I'm not much of a talker and they're kind of boring. I can maybe put some music on them if y'all like, but it won't be good music. It'll be all stuff that it's non-copyrighted and free to use. But I hope y'all enjoy it. It is fun making this stuff. I'm hoping that we get defenses set up, and in case we get attacked, we'll be ready. And on for the long-term plans, hopefully we get to the moon or wherever y'all want to go, which is right there if you can see it. I am just going to turn this thing off and have it set to recharging mode, and I will sign off for the day, and we will continue moving in the next episode. Thanks for watching, guys and gals.
Thanks for watching. I hope you all have a wonderful and blessed day. Also, if you enjoyed this content, please like and subscribe, it helps out tremendously. Thanks.